Why is this place name so unique? So I'm home for Christmas in the northeast of England. And a lot of the northeast of England used to be part of something called the Danelaw, basically the areas of England that were ruled by the Danish Vikings. Therefore, there are a lot of place names in this part of England that have Danish sounding names, basically anywhere that ends with the letters BY, versus other parts of the country where there are names with Saxon origins, places that end with Ham or Thorpe. But there are some unusual exceptions, like the village of Hutton Rudby in North Yorkshire. Hutton Rudby is different because it's part Old English and part Norse, or in other words, it's part Saxon and part Danish. Here's why Hutton Rudby got its very weird name. Spoiler alert, it's all because of Denmark. So this bit of the village is called Hutton, which more or less means hill in Old English. And when you cross the river, this bit of the village is called Rudby, which probably meant something like Rudd's village, in Old Norse that is. So why does one half have an English name and the other a Danish name? It's because they weren't settled at the same time. The Saxons first settled at Hutton, probably taking advantage of the nice defensive hill. But for whatever reason, they eventually had to leave, which allowed the Danes to settle on the other side of the river in Rudby, probably taking advantage of the nice farming land by the river. In fact, the Danes didn't just settle Rudby once, they made 2 different villages there over time. And just like with Hutton, if war, famine, disease, anything like that came up, they needed to leave the village. So you had 2 separate villages at 2 separate times, one full of Saxons, one full of Danes. But it didn't stay like that forever. Though the Danish kingdom was eventually expelled from England, the Vikings never died out as such. Rather, the Danish settlers that came to England assimilated it within the Saxon culture. So by the time of the Normans in the 11th century, Hutton Rudby was neither Saxon or Danish. It was just English. Side note, this is also why people from this part of England may have some Danish ancestry. How do you think I got my blue eyes? Anyway, now you know.